Hey, we're gonna try something a little different this time. I've been messing around with the mic so I don't have to yell as much. If I don't have to yell, I don't have to strain my voice, so I'm gonna just let my octave drop back down to a casual note.
Yes?
If I re-listen to this and I can't understand it, then no worries. I'll get back to doing the other voice. To be perfectly honest, I keep forgetting which one is the other voice, so maybe this will work for a bit. Well, I know it might sound better in the end.
Good to see you.
When we last left, yeah, I was doing traps. So I'm a little scatterbrained. It took a long time to get the audio from the last video right. I'm not entirely sure that I finished, but I'll check after this. Alright. Right, we had used Players 8 to get us all the way up to... Right. To get us this far. Things are starting to get a little dicey. Hold on. I'll live with it. I have the volume way louder than I'm used to, but if I turn it down, it'll sound strange in the recording. Should be okay. Meanwhile, there's really nothing much to say. We're testing to see if, I'll enjoy using traps. Instinct is weird. I can feel myself trying to heighten my voice and go into an accent that sounds normal, but it's really not worth it. It's really... Wow, I had all this planned out and I'm suddenly just lost. This is my third recorded playthrough of Diablo 2. For those who are new, which would be strange being this video, but whatever. I'm just messing around in an old version. This isn't remastered. It's just an old 1.14 file from an old hard drive. Played basically the way I remember it. And when I say I remember it, I mean like 20 years ago. So it's been a hot minute. Let's see here. This is a character who is seated or what a trust funded. Can you make a verb out of that? I don't know. To have really good gear for early on. Then I used set players 8 to make it faster, right? Which worked pretty good. A little too good. Oh no. It's a paladin. The issue is that I've played this enough to start zoning out. Because I'm playing it by myself right now.
I need mana.
So do I. I could use a cup of mana. I did learn that drinking coffee while doing this is terrible. You just start making the worst mouth sounds. In the meantime, Diablo 4 is coming out before long. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, I believe, will be coming out within like 3 weeks. It won't really change my streaming, not that there's anyone who's gonna know, but still. This is something I do as sort of practice. It's like a little project, so it's not really gaming for the sake of gaming, it's gaming for the sake of seeing if I can do it while thinking I'm being watched.
Not enough mana.
Something about that, it just sounds funny. I don't know. In the meantime, What was it? I should probably. Huh. Yeah, I shouldn't have any trouble getting through this. I mean, you know. Oop. I'm even using traps. I could turn up the difficulty again. Actually, screw that. Set players. Actually, I think you just... players... 6. Let's see how it goes. Alright. New area. Does it still work? Alright. That's just about the right difficulty level. Obviously, this character is never going online. It's 2023. There's no point. Oh, speaking of no point. Oh, man. I recently... Oh, this was so difficult. I tried to get back... This is so old. Into Phantasy Star episodes 1 and 2. Oh my god, that is so old. And it's weird to play something, you know, old as dirt, and not be able to remember what's what and where and all that. And yet, your brain will know where you are, but won't know what to do with that information. I like it, but at the same time, it's so weird. It's like, I don't know what happens after this. You walk into a room, yeah, I know this place.
Your blood will boil.
I never really liked Pine Tremere.
I need mana. I can't carry anymore.
Oh, you totally can. Don't really need the mana.
So much treasure. It almost covers the stench.
Nice. See here. What was I doing? That's a good point. Some really high level runes. Also went back and looked at Ragnarok DS, which is based off Ragnarok Online. And it is neat. It was, your sort of standard JRPG, which is to say it's very D&D-ish. I'm barely into it before I stop to come back to this. The sort of thing where there's at least one person with mysterious past who has amnesia, sort of. Someone else who just wants to be an adventurer. The cover features like a group of 5, because it's almost always about 5. There's one thing that's always sort of... I guess I'm being pedantic here. Well, no, I'm not. Screw that. I've always maintained that the entire concept of JRPGs, like starting... like anything that you can compare to Final Fantasy, like not new Final Fantasy, but classical. I mean, even 14, honestly, but... It's D&D, that's the point. Final Fantasy 1 was a D&D series. Whereas you look back at, yeah, just say it straightforward. Basically, there's stories where there tends to be a group of people who are loosely aligned. Maybe 2 or 3 of them have a reason to be around each other from the get-go. There's usually at least one outsider person, whether they're the excitable one or the brooding one, who have a reason to be involved in the overarching quest. But the entire point... Do I have a stamp potion? Yes, I do. The entire point is that they start small, usually very little monster type, encounters, and work their way up to bigger and bigger issues till it becomes a catastrophe. Like, it doesn't have to be gods, it can just be countrywide conspiracy that only they can stop. That kind of thing. And, like, whether the main character's name is, like, Takahata and the, is actually 14 and is 6'12", and screaming about, I will find the answer, master. Or it's, a dude named Whisper being played by a player named, Jimmy. And the entire point is that he just really wanted to play rogue. Doesn't matter. It's the same story. Or close enough. I've always disliked people differentiating between them for no obvious reason. Like, a JRPG is still an RPG. Whereas most Western RPGs, the most famous and beloved ones, have a tendency to be one dude going on a power fantasy. And, oddly enough, don't resemble D&D at all. The ones that do resemble D&D could potentially end up being called a Western version of a JRPG. Like Divinity Original Sin, Pillars of Eternity, stuff like that. Ooh, hold on. Let's see here. +2, +1, +5, +7, +1. It's gonna have to wait a minute, I think. Yeah, I won't be able to wear my claws yet. There we are.
I need mana.
That's not what I thought it was. Sure am loving this trap build.
Not enough mana.
Hey, it actually worked. Alright. That will make absolutely sure that no matter what happens, you can switch these around. Okay. Cool. Let's see. What else was there? That's enough rambling about JRPGs. Still need to replay Final Fantasy X, but, I mean, I'm getting to that sort of age where there's so many projects, so many things I want to do that I want to do before I get old, so to speak. But I just feel weird playing things for the sake of nostalgia. Like, this, I wouldn't waste my time with if I wasn't doing it for something else. Like, I like it, but I feel like doing it is distracting me from productive, actions. But that's part of the excuse of streaming in the first place, isn't it? It's like, nope, calling out, sorry boss, nope, not today. Oh, can't come in, I've got a terrible cough. Shit. Lisa, I like to live. Nope. So you like to suck. Oh man. Ooh, that was a good one. Perhaps you'd like to suck. Don't worry, you two, I'm not gonna finish that one. Alright, alright, what am I doing? Yawn on stream is completely professional.
Try and cage me, demons.
Yankee. Alright, what was it? Actually, yes. Let's head back real quick. I'm gonna think.
I thought the stories of
I thought the stories of treasure were like your mom. I don't have a follow-up to that. Readily available, but not as good as I thought. I don't know. Respectable and should be treated as such. I don't know. I want your skull. I need your skull. The song brought to you by not the Misfits. Well, Misfits, I don't think it's the... I want your skull. Alright. I just like the music in this game, it's really cool. Right. What else? Right, screw it. I'm talking to myself anyway. So a little look behind the scenes here. I am struggling with anxiety. Even though I'm talking to a mic with no one listening because it's just recording. Even though it's going to be up on YouTube to be seen by maybe 5 people in the next year. The idea that anyone might see me talking is terrifying. I'd like to live stream. This is going to sound pathetic, because I don't think I actually included it in the videos I've uploaded, but the reason I want to live stream, because I'm not a girl, and I'm not charismatic, and I'm not already semi-famous for some other talents I have, and like, I don't have any of the little boxes to tick that give you, not a free way in, but an angle or an edge, something you can lean into and go, okay, well, I could get more viewers if I just emphasize this little detail about me, you know? I can't just say, like, oh, I'm an amazing artist, or, hey, do you remember my cosplay, or anything, like, I have nothing. I'm nobody. And I would prefer that. The reason I want to stream, I don't want to pull a Phillian and, like, be around for 5 minutes and suddenly have hundreds of thousands of views. Like, though that would be cool, I don't have the stuff to back it up, and I just don't see it happening. Like, I just simply do not have the charisma. What I want is to find people to talk to. I reached that age where... that was a waste. I reached that age where people you knew in high school are gone. People you may have met in college are, you know, gone. And you turn around and you're like, oh, I didn't bring anyone with me. And I didn't keep anybody. I kind of want to stream just so I can touch on things that other people might have not seen before. Like old games that I remember from my early childhood. You know, stuff where I wasn't even touching puberty yet. I was just like 6 to 8 years old. Well, I might have been in puberty by 8, but different story. Point is, because it's interesting, and people aren't as likely to get stuck on meta. Because I can play Dota, but nobody wants to play Dota. Like, Dota is something that happens to you. Here's 4. I'm in over my head. No point being ashamed of it. Just enough where I have to worry, but not enough where I'm definitely gonna die. And look who joined this clan. Banebender, the Flayer. I will flay your veins! That was stupid. Banebender is what he did to the Batman. Really? We're like 15 minutes in, I'm already zoned out. Not straight up zooted, but on nothing. High on life. Anyway. Meta makes people ornery. It makes people mean. I'd rather people be... Well, I'd rather people not be annoying me to start with. I just don't have it in me to argue with people, but...
I need mana.
I'd rather people be confused why I'm playing the wrong build in a classic game than a modern game where there are like literally thousands of people who will appear out of nowhere just to complain about how bad you're doing, which is entertaining in a way, but you know, it's not like, say, if you're playing Torment's Planescape, whatever it's called. Really? That's weird. Click lot log. Click log. Lots of defense. You're not afraid of poison. Why do I keep having this? Be sure to pick up mana. Rambling so much. You keep it food. I think the intention is to just pump this and eventually respec down to this, because this is probably not good at all. It's like, yes, 200 damage to enemies that pass in front of it, but only if they pass directly in front of it. This is pretty cool, and I don't remember the curse duration part, but it doesn't matter. Kind of like this. I do want Fade, because that makes you much less gear dependent. Let's see here. Oh yeah, what I was saying. I like the idea of streaming simply as a way to have sort of a vague audience of commoners to chat with. I, being real here, will probably some point where I wake up, go to stream, well, think about streaming and just decide not to, and just put all my equipment in a box and just stop. That will likely happen. But it doesn't have to happen, but it will likely happen. Because ultimately, I don't really have anything that's going to bring an audience. And since I'm not really doing this to become, you know, famous and rich or anything, even though it's sort of funny, the amount of money you can make off Twitch from just having, like, 50 viewers, not 5,000, not 500, 50. 1/100th of a fairly popular stream, you know? And way little, like 1/1000th of, you know, a world-renowned stream. It's like 2,500 a month. They will throw essentially a okay job at you worth of income to just keep you streaming. It's like, it's cool, but I could never do that unless I was actually entertaining. Looks like this is starting to run out of juice. Yeah. The amount of damage is going up is by 3 and 3. 1/8, 1/8. I mean, it's only marginally better than just skilling something else. Well, let's see here. I mean, mind you, it does it 5 times, but... This is almost no damage. Lightning is just terrible in this game. I really tried to like it. I really did. But... Nice. Nice. Anyway. If I had it in me to actually stream regularly, and I thought I could bring in an audience, and I did bring in an audience, that would be enough to consider quitting a job over. Like, even 2,500 a month. I make a lot... I don't bring home a lot more than that. But I think, before all deductions, I make a good bit more than that. The thing is, I'd have to really... It would have to really be worth it. Like, I'd have to actually be convinced that I'm entertaining. And to do that, I'd have to actually be entertaining. Therein lies my current, ordeal. Because this isn't like writing or drawing. Particularly drawing. Where it's just pushing a rock up a hill and then feeling it crush you and you can't do anything about it. Streaming is like not being able to find the rock. Even if he raises his eyebrows at you. And you're just constantly pushing at nothing and you can't move. Because I don't have the... I just don't have the start. I don't know what I'm trying to accomplish, you know? That kind of thing. I'm sorry if this is a very mellow stream. I mean, I'm not sure who I'm apologizing to, but, you know.
Good day.
It's just sort of strange, you know?
The Order welcomes you.
Like, you want to... You want to, like... You want to be popular. You want to be famous in some way. You want people to like you. But it's so hard.
Good day.
If you're not particularly narcissistic. Or not literally, obviously, not the condition. If you're not self-absorbed in a sort of self-aggrandizing way, it gets weird. Because it becomes an issue of... It's very hard to convince yourself that you are funny. That you are fun to listen to. Because you need someone else to either tell you that, or, well, you... I don't know, I'm just sort of rambling here. Wow, that's really good. It's not a feeling I'm going to achieve on my own, is what I'm getting at. What I really need What I really need is a drive. And this isn't like, you know, Hololive or Nijisanji or anything like that. Like, I don't have someone telling me what I'm supposed to be, and I can just get into character. Even if I say something weird or a little unnerving, that's still me. Which is not the nicest thing to say about yourself, but yeah. It sort of becomes an issue of, what do I want to do? This audio's crunchy. Like, what do I want to accomplish, you know? And the answer is I don't know. I honestly just want to have an audience. I guess kind of like a busker who just shows up to places where it doesn't necessarily make much money. Because the point is to have viewers. It's to feel like someone appreciates it. A lot of rambling. I'll just make sure I'm prepared. Jeez. Chicken sounds. Sort of lost in thought here.
I don't like it down here.
Well, let's get back to topic. What I want out of streaming is I want to gather a group of at least semi-consistent viewers who are basically just there to listen to me for the sake of, you know, familiarity. Yeah, it's parasocial, and I understand that's not great, but it's one thing I've noticed with some small streamers that I'm lightly envious of. When they know the names of people on their channel, not because of super chats or whatever, which I don't have to worry about those, I'm not getting that, but they look over and they see, like, they look over and just pull up random name generator in my head. They just see a username like Darkstar27. And they're like, Dark, hey, how you doing, man? You know, like, because they just get used to seeing it. Like, I'd like that. Like, I don't think I have it in me to be that funny. And to be that cool. But it'd be really nice to have a group of people who, for reasons I can't understand, think that my presence is good enough to garner a, you know, a continued viewership.
I need mana.
To be honest here, the audio was just loud enough to distract me. I'm that easily distracted. I should do something about it.
I need mana.
Ah, speaking of which, I'm still off and on reading through Hunter the Vigil, or The Reckoning. I don't really get it, because I'm not sure how a hunter doesn't just die. Because we're not... Because this is 5e. So, much like the VTM one, and apparently Werewolf from the description that just came out, the stories it wants you to tell, you're told you can tell whatever you want, but what it leans towards is fresh, new recruits. People who have been turned, changed, embraced, reached the age of transformation, whatever, recently. So even Hunter doesn't really imply that you're, 10-year veteran who's hunted down, like, almost a dozen vampires or anything like that. Though it does give you equal... For the same cost, you could choose either to be able to sense a supernatural presence, resist a supernatural presence, or repel a supernatural being. One of any of these three options, and you can choose two if you want. Or you could just have, vehicles on demand you could call in. It's so video gamey to me. Like, it's odd that that's a baseline thing. Like, you could just be like, oh yeah. But mind you, much like VTM, it goes with the assumption that a regular dude who got pulled into this world could somehow come up with a fake birth certificate, a fake social security number, possibly a fake driver's license, and have these potentially be scannable by, state and local authorities and go through without a problem. And it's like, as somebody who works night shifts, it is so hard to even do things legitimately without someone pointing out, spelled something on this wrong, start over. You just couldn't do that as a neonate. Like, who do you send? Or a neonate, a child. Like, your sire would have to do everything for you. As a hunter, it's like, I got into this after I saw my roommate being killed by a vampire in a, parking lot, and they told, I got away, and I heard him yelling, like, it's like, you saw nothing, or whatever, and it's like, I want to know what's going on with this. It's like, oh, by the way, as one of my perks that shows that, I have a mask, I have a fake social security number, and, I have a fake credit card opened in that account, and a bank account. It's like, dude, I've been working for years before they let me have a checking account. Because I guess because my parents could have signed off on it or something. I was never really told to. It's never really on. I mean, they had terrible credit as far as I know, but just that concept of like, it's not that easy, right? It's more likely that you can sense a vampire and repel him from your mind than it is that you could fake his driver's license and open a bank account under a different pseudonym. Like, that takes a lot of groundwork that you will more than likely get caught during. Usually when we hear about somebody, left their family, started a new family somewhere else, and they're like, it's like, he was discovered to have been living in Michigan this whole time. What happens is, Jimmy Robinson goes over to, like, sign some paperwork and someone pulls up something and he made a mistake somewhere, his ID popped up somewhere, he used a credit card. And just, oh. Are you Bruce Johnson? It's like, it's like, it's too late. If there was a warrant out for them, done. Like, you can't do that successfully, easily, while putting yourself out there constantly. Like, I can sort of buy it for, like, Ensele? I forget how it's pronounced, but, like, old vampires. Like, ones who remember World War II is that stupid thing they're doing over in Europe again. A century ago, we were like, guys, you gotta fix this shit. Like, those guys, sure, whatever. They were here when the banking systems were being put together. They might have a connection here that can sort of do something. But you can't fake it all the way to the top. Not unless you control the entire government. And in VTM, they've made very clear with 5e that they don't. The Second Inquisition was very specific about that. It's the entire reason it happened. It turns out if you don't control the FBI, the CIA, they probably do control the NRA, but it's a different thing. NSA? National Security? Yeah, Administration. If you don't control all of them all the way to the top and throughout, like if the entire thing isn't basically ghouls, yeah, you're just gonna get caught like, bam. And once it happens, you can't kill fast enough to stop the dissemination of information in the internet age. It's different when it's just a paper note and oh no, he got into a wreck on the way home, shame. When he texted 3 people on the way before he left the office, and the data is on several different drives now. Like, it's just too late. It's one of the reasons Shadowrun is nearly impossible to take seriously, besides the silly cultural bullshit in it. But I don't know. I really like Hunter, is what I was starting on before this ramble. But some things, you have to hand wave. Hey, you're in the wrong act. Get back to Act 3.
I am overburdened.
So am I. Oh man. Anyway. Anyway, I like Hunter the Visual as a Hunter the Reckoning as a concept, but I'm always gonna eye roll at that. Nice. Like, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous in a similar way. Actually, hold on. Hope it don't displace this video. We are going to drop the game momentarily. It should look very strange. We are going to turn down the audio on my end. Bring it back up. There you go. Alright. Zero, could you please? I said good day, sir! Apparently not. Anyway. It's like in a movie where someone's like, oh no, he's contracted an ancient alien disease. It's like, give me a second. I'll make an antidote. Like, it's that. It's the equivalent of that. Like, it's like, just use what was in this thing, because I've, been through 8 years of medical school, and, that gives me total profound knowledge of the exact molecules that make up all life. It's like, okay. In fact, using some dish detergent, Lysol, and some mouse hair, I've managed to cure leprosy. Why didn't you do it before? Shut up. Such a jackass, I'm sorry. He says, do I want to put points in this? Yeah, sure, why not? Alright. Oh man. Let's see here. What else? What else? I was reading through Hunter the Visual. I can't stop calling it that. Hunter the Reckoning. Oh yeah, and I'm like, how do you survive? How do they possibly survive anything? There's nothing here that gives them an actual edge. Except the section called Edges. Which is the things I just mentioned. Which so many of them imply that you've been deep into being a hunter for like a decade. Despite the rest of it acting like you wouldn't necessarily be a veteran. But anyway. Ramble. Point is, I was like, how did he survive any combat? Well, I found a section on combat and it goes, assume that under most circumstances, players may want to get in, kick some ass, and maybe they want to tick off every box of, you know, with aggravated damage, but usually you may want to think of a 3 turns and done type situation. Maybe they just want to roll once to see how the outcome goes. It's like, who plays Hunter the Visual? Who plays Hunter the Visual? Question 1. Question 2. Who plays Hunter the Reckoning and goes, man, I really hope we don't get in any combat. The entire point is you're hunters looking to hunt. It would be really weird to constantly try to avoid any combat, not because you want to talk your way out of things, but because combat's not really what my hunter does, so I'd rather we didn't do it at all. It's like, dude, you're hunting. Death is the point. Death or subduing. Like, what are you trying to do? Like... I'm getting all high-strung. It's like, people say the opposite for D&D and they're weird. It's like, in D&D you're expected, the adventurer is going around looting places, that's what they do. And it's like, they're going to attack random people, they know how adventurers are, they steal everything. It's like, bro, there shouldn't be an adventurer, that should be a derogatory term. It's something the rich man calls himself when he goes on safari. You mean mercenary, sellsword. You mean, essentially, a sword for hire. You're a spell slinger. You know, you're... It's like, are you some kind of priest? And it's like, well, let's just say I'm a divine warrior who sells my services. Like, that kind of thing. Like, it's always bugged me. I understand official settings use it. But when adventurer becomes normal? But anyway, to get to the point, no, in D&D typically, you're trying to play a character who has an idea that they want to explore. But the way people talk about it randomly online, you think it's the opposite. It's just... panic. It's just... they're playing XCOM with Bravely Default classes, you know? It's like, really, guys? But then you turn around and look at Hunter. Quality zombie head. No, I don't know. Just... it bugs me when there's a dichotomy like that. Like, D&D is... it's a role-playing game. Everything else is up in the air. You're not... it's not... combat or nothing. Hunter... Hunter is the, like, by its very description, is a combat game. Like, it's what the word hunter means. Like, it would be like calling your game, like, executors. Executor? And like, oh, well, you know, I expect most of what we do to be shopping, and we'll try to avoid any actual combat. You know, we don't plan on actually hurting anybody. It's like, what? I don't know. Like, I don't like the idea of being bloodthirsty, and if I ever get to play it, and let's be real, I'm not gonna get to play Hunter. Because I've wanted desperately to play Vampire, and that's not happening. Like, just like D&D, it's basically one person who's going to run the show. Like, storyteller, DM, etc. Standing in the fire. And they might want no more than 4 players, maybe 5. Hell, they could be super generous and say, we'll make it work with 7, right? It doesn't matter. Because what's actually going to happen? Let's see here. Because you're gonna find one person running the game, and 20, 30, 50 people applying to be in the same game. You're gonna go into a Discord server and find out that, unsurprisingly, because I'm not against this. Like, this is the reason why I have no interest in DMing, even though I have a lot written down about what I want to do. What I'm saying is, you'll see that they're only really recruiting people that they know. And it's like, well, yeah, because it's really not fun to DM for people you don't know, because you don't know what you're gonna get. Wow, this is much easier. That was barely even challenge. Now I see what people were like, just use traps. Oh my god, just use the trap line. You're the boss of me.
Death becomes you, Andariel.
Snap, snap, snap. Let's see. How did that happen? Oh, you did that in the wrong order. Sapphire, diamond. Yeah, unless there's a reason to pick anything else up. Let's just go.
This is
great!
the carrot.
And
The caravan is ready to carry your fat ass! Do I look like your mom?
finally we may rejoice.
Yeah, okay, sure. Take it. Take it. Take it. Took it like your mom last night. Take it. Oh man. Anyway. I think I've rambled enough for tonight. Or maybe I haven't, who knows. Basically, just to sum up what I'm doing here. My intention is to stream. Is to eventually stream. Like, actually stream, not do these. I don't know when. I don't know how. But that's the plan.
Good day.
Like, I'll be streaming the Twitch more than likely. It just still scares me.
Greeting.
Because I read, when I was looking through, like, getting started, there are people who are like, you know, hey, I need motivation. I've been streaming to 0 viewers for, like,
I know
months.
much about the
So, maybe I don't have to worry. Like, maybe there won't be, like, you know, one day I'll just log on and expect, like, 2 viewers, swap between 0 and 2 back and forth throughout the whole stream. And there'd be, like, 24 people there. And I have that fear moment where...
I've heard that you are responsible for banishing Andariel.
Totally was. You know, am I supposed to do an act? Am I supposed to behave differently? Should I be trying to be funny? Like, should I be trying to be... Should I change something? Like, I worry about
good day.
what little bit of me talking to myself on here, I've had close to a panic attack like 3 times. And this is too good to replace, obviously. I'm so worried about that concept. Like, could I handle...
I bet you won.
Good God. Faisal, could I handle Sfazel? Could I handle being watched? Could I handle the idea of people actively judging the quality of my entertainment? Like, I assume so, but I don't know so. And that scares me. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how to handle it.
I don't.
I don't remember if I've ever taken this route, or if it even works. That's a really good aura. Leave him in the streets. Anyway. I'm still trying to compile a list. Wow, that was easy. Of what I should do. Like, how can I... If I start streaming, what should I change? Should I develop some sort of stream personality? Should I really lean into the character lore? Because most people don't care. Growing up is that. Like, nobody really cares that Gura's from Atlantis, except for people who want to do fanfiction. Like, nobody really cares what you think you are, no? Neat. That said, I don't know. The concept still worries me. Because what I want to do, ultimately... Oh, you can only have one. That's long. Oh, I'd rather have this. Let's just start our thought over. If it wasn't obvious, I have, like, this issue with, like... train of thought. It's not the end of the world. Sometimes it can be really entertaining, to be honest. Even living through it can be sort of fun. I mean, it sucks if you have appointments and you forget stuff. You don't change, you know, you leave an empty water bowl for your cats for days. Where you realize why they keep drinking out of the sink. You forget to wash your clothes until an hour before work. Stupid stuff like that. Like, that sucks. So, but as a streamer, it's endearing. Like, oh, there he goes again. You know, you better remind our boy to do his laundry. Shit, I need to do my laundry. It's not a joke, I really do. Oh, crap. I don't know. Like... Just saying. In bullet point, I'm not sure if I should go into character and stay in character. And that's the number one question right off the bat. 2, what kind of content I should focus on. Should I keep doing these old games and... questionably allowed content on systems I could even take pictures to show that I own, but the question comes, how am I streaming them? You know, not push on what I mean by that. Do I lean into advertising? Like I'm not broke anymore. I actually have an okay job. Like, I could get a character model made, I could have an intro and outro made, I could have artwork. But for what? Because ultimately what's important is that I'm not charismatic enough to attract an audience. And I'm not doing this to really make any money off of it. Obviously, look how rare it is that I put out consistent videos. And even then, none of these should have advertisements on them, hopefully. If they do, I'm not gonna get a penny of it. about it, but a little bit betrayed. Well, I mean, it will not. Even though if I recorded it, it's still YouTube's video, essentially. Until I reach a point where what I'm producing is good enough to brag about. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. I'm just rambling. So, in character or not, stream content, which thing? Do I put effort into advertising myself and increasing the overall, like, marketability of the character? And then, do I go all in? Do I try to stream every day for, I don't know, 3 to 5 hours? Well, every day that I'm not working. Because behind the scenes, I work a 12-hour job. So yeah, I don't really... If I'm working that day, I'm not streaming. I just can't. I wouldn't necessarily be against the latter, like the very last one. Like, I could stream a lot. Like, on my days off, I could stream, like, 3 hours. Every time. Every time. I just don't know... It's like when you draw, but you draw terribly. You're not improving, you're just drawing the same, you know, messy picture. Like, you'll get little changes, but you may be emphasizing things that you shouldn't be. And now they're setting. It'll be hard to undo them. Because I don't know if I have any good habits at all. I mean, we're like 2 series in and I'm still making mouth sounds. Either way, if I do stream on Twitch, what I'll probably end up doing is a full-blown debut stream, even if it has 0 viewers. Like, I'm gonna kinda hope it has 0 viewers. I'll re-upload it on YouTube after the fact. There you go.
Put that to good use.
Very well. I don't know why her range is so long. Am I sure he's not right here? It feels like he'd be right here. Guess I'll get rid of, this. Really gotta focus on it. My mind is all over the place. So like... If I do a debut stream, it's sort of odd, because like I said, I still have the things working against me. I'm not the kind of person who's very charismatic and pushing the, "Hey guys, what's going on? It's me. I'm so cool. Let's hang out. Whoa, dude, I got the Riz." Like, I can't do that. I feel like a dingus. Even doing the whole like, "Hey, Sammy Okiga here." Like, no, I just feel kind of like I'm, you know, trying too hard. Even though the entire point was to be audible on mic. I don't know. It doesn't fit the character either. If you took a moment to actually look up the meaning of the name, it is not something that would be very happy and, you know, energetic. Specifically not energetic. I'm kind of killing element. Oh wow. You fucking died.
Vengeance for Atma.
Hmm. Okay. Just keep bumping. It's pretty far. Alright. That should be pretty good. Stand back.
They say
Greetings.
It is an honor to serve you.
Whoa! Adds 8 to 20 cold damage. Well, it's a bit too early for it. But that would be nice
Yes,
on
citizen.
Bazan. Mr. Bazan. Do you have an unspeakably powerful weapon from which no one could possibly escape? Oh, these are different. Well, no one can use this, so bye. Screw it. Just make sure nothing has it. There you go. You know, I don't really like the idea of a socketed slow weapon. It kind of defeats the point. Give me a second. See if we can't find him something nice. You look like a surly one. I mean, that's pretty bad. Well, let's try this. Can't do that. Go outside real quick. Just no one's really guarding the gate. And right back in. We'll see if that did it. Being that a single
Blessings
player,
to you.
it might have. Definitely did swap them out. Anti-demon technology. Right. Let's try that again. This is a silly thing to stall a video over, but I kind of want to give him a good weapon. He's going to be my friend for a very long time. And this HP regen is the bomb.
Greetings.
Let me down, Farah. Let me down. Well, let's see here. There's nothing much else to say on the matter.
Hello.
If I do debut, people who see this video probably won't see it until well after I've done so. And I give up. Let's see. What is his current level? 16? Yes. Can I give it? No, I can't. give its tremendous poison damage. No one's really going to care. So do it anyway. This is an S. You only have one, which is problematic. Can't use it anyway. I have so many of these. Alright. We're just gonna level them up one time. Then we're good to go. Here. Just drop a couple things off. Alright, normally I would just end the video here, but I've got no reason to really worry too much about it. I'm just gonna play around a little bit till... Really? I'm gonna play around a little bit till I can put this guy in new armor. Or give him a new weapon, Just need to run around, see if we can't find the key. I'm very aware that this is going to be remarkably boring. But I don't expect anyone to see this video anyway. If anyone's made it this far, I don't think they're in it for the gameplay. Here. This will get you started.
I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
Well, let's go back to what we were talking about way before the ramble about streaming. I'm trying to rediscover a lot of old stuff.
Not enough money.
It's taking time. No. Getting things to run and all that. One game I really did want to play on stream a while back. And before I even fixed the model. Was... Budokai 3. Not Tenkaichi. Just Budokai. It is by far my... I think my favorite DBZ specific fighting game. Overly dramatic, a lot of pauses, whatever. But I liked it. Hey look, Neff. Top Neff. The gameplay was good. Like, playing through it was fun. It's just great. Fighter Z is okay. I like it. But I'm not into competitive stuff. And Fighter Z was... adding a sexy doctor... more Android 16 bullshit and such was just sort of an odd choice. Mind you, it's no dumber than, say, Super, which was a severe bastardization of Dragon Ball. But that one had the unfortunate advantage of being official. Come on, we're almost there. Let him whoop ass for a little bit. You can do it. I'd consider playing Bloodborne. It's not an old game, but I don't see a lot of people playing it. I think it's not like I look a lot. This feels like a waste, but I think it'll turn out pretty okay. The sort of issue is that Bloodborne is still recent enough that people will be, if I get any viewers, they may be fighting about me doing things the wrong way and being unskilled, and you should have went to this area first, and why did you not save that NPC? All you had to do was walk through here, how could you not know that? Blah blah blah, you know? And I'd rather not. Elden Ring I actually like, even though the ending is terrible. It's a game that built itself up as being something completely different than, like, the Souls games in Bloodborne, as far as quality of writing goes, and then the ending is like Dark Souls 2. It's just like, and it ended, by the way. It's like, okay. It's like, you're now the Elden Lord, no matter what you did, really, I guess, maybe. I got the Moon Princess ending, but... It's like, okay, sure. And it's like, what does that mean? It's like, well, the completely depopulated undead landscape around you is, loyal to you? Question mark? What does that mean? Fuck if I know. You know, like, I just don't see any reason to bother. It just seemed dumb. Trying to see if he gets the XP when I kill them. Maybe. It's sort of funny, as far as being all about old games. No, that's an illusion. I don't like the new Dwarf Fortress. I think it ruins it. I had to relearn everything. It plays like a different game. It's more like a sequel to Dwarf Fortress. Like, I was hoping the classic wouldn't change, but it did. The continued free releases are in the Steam release style. And it's like... It just took me out of it. So I don't think I'd stream that. I played Dwarf Fortress since 2010? 9? I don't know. That's been a part of me for so long, I have no idea. Just, I don't like the change. It just doesn't feel like the same game. Okay, let's head back. I'll probably call the stream here and try to go do some writing and other things that I should be doing. But, I don't know. Cool, whatever. No idea what the next stream will be like. I may go back to using the voice I did before, I have no idea. At the moment, I'm just sort of letting what happens, happens.
Stay a while and listen.
Oh. So anyway, I should be able to like sort of fly through this before too long. Once I hit 24, that's cool. Let's see here. Here's where that was. Once I hit 24, probably go back, put a point in the, like, basically unsubscribe from this. Unsubscribed. Put my points down through here, get a point in this, and then I think you max all these anyway. Yeah, it gives you the same amount. So probably just max the hell out of one of these two. Or do it, well, yeah, one of these two. And then see if this gets much better. We'll see. I still don't like that the... No, even then, I'm not going to do that, because the minimum damage on this is 31. The minimum damage on this is 1. Doesn't matter if it's 10, like if it shoots twice as often. Even if it were 10 times as powerful as this, the minimum damage is 1. I want nothing to do with that. And once I hit 24, I'll have this. It shoots 10 times, that's 240 to 610 damage. Yeah, screw it, I may just go for Wake of Inferno. Like, I know it's not meta, but if it was meta, I wouldn't be playing this way. Let's try that. That could be great. So yeah, anyway. I'll see you next time. See if I actually come up with a better idea of what to talk about rather than just rambling, but I doubt it. If you're sticking through this far, you know what you're in for. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.
Thanks.